Okay. So, Dear John, by Jessica Greenman, September the 11th to 13th, 1996. Well, I was walking down the road thinking, I never knew that you'd get married. I would be living down here on my own, on that damson moment. Footnote. Possibly Tamsin or Tamsel or Damsel, maybe Damned. Probably something completely different. I wish it was damson, which here would make a spectacular adjective, meaning at once a dark purpley red colour and a small fruit, rather like a plum. Oh, someone's just given me the lyrics. So I grab it to find out that it's actually Damp and Lonely Thursday years ago. But it honestly doesn't sound like that at all. On that damson moment Thursday years ago, what are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to come and meet me, maybe? You could even bring your baby. From a song by Pulp. What does it say? All quotes henceforth from the same song, which I'm guessing, is called Deborah, which it isn't. It's called Disco 2000, but never mind. Let's have a quick look at the landscape. Let's go back, shall we? From a song by Pulp that I'm listening to again and again and again, because I still find it utterly moving. It moves me to tears. He's been in love with this girl all his life, and he's still in love with her, and still wants to see her. It just goes on and on. It is just relentless. Overexcited agony, exuberant melancholy, defiant and bleak, with this rising tone of hysterical desperation, tragic passion. I was really thinking, it doesn't matter about my life, really, because I'm waiting to be with someone, and it's all practice, all pointless until then. I was laughing in the street at this. And all the folks are passing by thought, she must be in love. When I came around to call, you didn't notice me at all. Rapture. Dear John, after you left I got shingles and went to see the poet. I told her I couldn't write anymore. She said she'd heard a quote for me that morning and written it down on a bit of pink paper. It said, being in love and writing use up the same kind of energy, and so you can't do them both at the same time. I said, well, those letters to John, they sort of did that, didn't they? Sorry, let me read that. I said, well, those letters to John, they sort of did that, didn't they? But even as I phrased the question, I knew that wasn't true. Because if you're in love, you walk around together and look at things and are together. You don't have time for art. You're too busy being it. This morning, a girl phoned me up. She said, is your name Jessica? I said, yes. Should I tape this song? What have I done wrong? She said, not that one, and you haven't done anything wrong. So I switched off the radio. She was asking me if I knew her fiancé, because she'd found 8 other numbers on this list she'd discovered, and they were all sleeping with him, and unaware of the others. Explanation of absence, sick mother, working late. I said jobs themselves were acts of adultery, and 3 of them were pregnant, and there was still more. Oh, fuck. Well, there was still more. And there was still more. It's page 2. Well, there's nothing really done about it. I mean, there's obviously a bit missing. Right, because I have about 300 versions of the same story. So you have to imagine that there's a mini kind of sort of extra bit that follows on from 3 of them were pregnant and there was still more, and, you know, and I remember what it was. You know, they were chopping up his, you know, she was chopping up his socks and doing all these terrible things to him. Because she was so sick of his fucking around. But he hadn't actually fucked me. So we actually ended up having quite a good conversation. So I'd get on with girls. Anyway, you've got to imagine there's a sort of sentence in between that page and this page. And it's time you did. Okay. I mean, have a little bit of imagination. Personally, I'd like to have a cigarette. We've done 1 page. That should be enough for you to gestate on, especially with the bit you've actually got to write for yourself. Where are the fags? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. We've lost the cigarettes. Got the lighters. We've got the cigarettes. Just don't have the fucking stuff. Fucking pooling, isn't it? Would you say? I'd say so. Oh, I know what I need to do. No, you can't read that. That's insane. You got to come over and find them. Yeah, okay. Right. I know where there are more fags, but I won't be able to open them because I haven't got enough hands. Oh, Jesus, the fuck Christ. Where are they? I laid them out deliberately because I knew I'd need them. Oh, fucking hell. Don't ask me to write. Okay, I'll do without. I'll fucking do without because we're doing a reading. We're being professional. Let's have a look at page 2. I did everything for you. I really, really tried to actually take video Disco 2000 so you could listen to the fucking music. In fact, I mean, if I, ooh. Okay, we'll do page fucking 2. Here we go. Wow. I realised what the poet meant today sometime. I said it did strike me quite violently how bad the writing was for love after he walked out the door. She said, if you want him, don't write to him. So writing and love are incompatible. I can't do it unless I feel you want me to for some reason. But then I couldn't do it if I had you. Weird. Bang goes another great literary talent destined to be destituted to love and marriage. I want you more than the writing. I feel like saying to people, don't you understand? I'm not meant to be here. I don't belong here. I thought, well, maybe I could pretend he wants me to write to him. I could pretend he loves me and write anyway. I could write all these interesting letters from a position of disinterested affection, indifference and poise. The girl who has everything and can dictate terms. But it all comes crashing over me. Then there's the other thing. The relationship. I'd do it. Oh well. I'm drinking wine and smoking. I'm taking ibuprofen again. Not feeling well. I cry every day. I think I'm healthy. I think I'm happy. Within my confines. I've read everything, and even though it seems to be some classic case of unrequited love or fantasies of absence, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I think I'm bigger than psychoanalysis. I have an idea of perfection. I have an idea of perfection. I'm crying because I don't have her. But at least I don't have anything else. I have nothing less than perfection. I never did. I just didn't have a friend. I still don't. Except for you. I suppose I could live my whole life out on the idea of the perfect relationship with you. And I expect I will. I never knew that you'd get married. I would be living down here on my own. On that damson moment Thursday years ago. It's funny to think that I ever really questioned my feelings, that I ever considered the idea that you were bad for me. Or I could do better. I mean, it's possible. It's just not relevant. There, you see? We were friends, but that was as far as it went. I think he sings it better, actually. We were friends, that was as far as it went. I used to walk you home sometimes, but it meant nothing to you. Now that is sad. Like, where are the people who can bring me my fucking cigarettes? Fucking annoying. Let's do page 3. Because you were so popular. Because you were so popular. I mean, that's the fucking problem, isn't it? That's what you're pretending to be, isn't it? Popular. I'm popular. I don't care about it. I don't give a damn. In La Nausée, Sartre said, misspelled. I fucking misspelled Sartre. What a cretin. In La Nausée, Sartre said something about loneliness. He said, there are people everywhere, people willing to take you in and give you a cup of hot soup. They are everywhere. What is charitable is not difficult to find, but it is no help at all. It fails to nourish, because loneliness of this sort is not cured by just anyone's friendliness, anyone's soup. It leaves you hungrier, guiltier, worse than before. I've felt like that all my life. Oh, the boys all loved you, but I was a mess. I had to watch them try and get you undressed. Something like that. I had to work to try and get you undressed. Boys all loved you. I had to watch and see them get you undressed, are the actual words. I can't get you undressed at all. On the whole, I think it's just easier to think that you're the one than that I'm insane. Then I can sit around like some girl with a husband at the war, knit the Bayer tapestry or unravel my sewing each night so none of the other suitors get too close while waiting for Odysseus. Given that I don't like the world, it's the best option. I just feel at this point that, like, maybe we need some of that, just for illustration reasons. Not that this thing is rational or practical. It's not as if I'd know what to do with you if I ever got you. Angus says I am suffering from a broken heart. You are broken-hearted, he said. I said I was living in a corridor full of locked doors, and the biggest and most beautiful door, the door marked John Hall, was also locked, despite the fact that I'd stuck my foot in it and clawed at the wood and tried to pick the lock. It was still locked, and the worst of it was I've been through the door and seen the garden. I have to spend the rest of my life mourning its loss because no replacement is possible. Everything else is paper cutouts. You got a broken heart, said Angus. Now I'm going to have to disappoint the little Indian guy who works in the photocopying shop. He's actually from the Maldives. Anyway, because I've finally agreed to go out for a drink with him. That's interesting. As Muslim, they don't drink. But anyway, and he thinks I am the happiest person in the world. Fucking joke. So a bit more of that. He thinks I'm the happiest person in the world. And he is going to discover that I live in a state of unrequited love so intense it would kill most people or cause them to dumbly mouth words in a padded cell somewhere, nodding and rocking. Dear, oh dear. Still, I'm sure something will come up. After all, I've done 3 batches of washing up. But let's face it, I am broken-hearted. And don't it make my brown eyes blue? Cool, I fancy a line of coke. Not really. I'm so in unrequited love. Apparently, it's best that way. I'm not even worried about getting old, for God's sake. Maybe you are really in love with me. And they said that when we grew up, we get married and never split up. Oh, we never did it. Although I often thought of it. Oh, Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. When I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all, but you noticed